Good morning and good day, everyone. Now we are continuing the study about integers and operations on integers. Now we are in division. Recall that to find 6 divided by 3 in the whole numbers, we sought the whole number C, where it will be 6 equals to 3 times C. Division of integers can be viewed as the extension of whole number division using the missing factor approach. Meaning to say, if we look for the value of C, then multiply to 3, then it is equals to 6. Where in fact, the quotient of 6 divides 3 is also C. Okay, by definition, division of integers, let letter A and letter B be any integers where B is not 0, then if we're going to A divided by B is C, if and only if A is equals to B times C. For A, unique integers C. So let us find the following quotients if possible. So ito yung ating mga example. So for letter A, if we are going to divide 12 by negative 3, so 12 divided by negative 3, we have, talagyan natin ng equal. Okay, so 12 divided by 3, we have, kami tayo ng annotate. Yan. Okay, so 12 divided by 3 is negative 4. So, yung negative 4, iyon ang magiging natin, value of letter C. Let's say kung ang A mo ay 12, then ang iyong magiging letter B ay negative 3. So, ang magiging letter C ay negative 4. Because if we're going to check it by 12, and it is the same with the product of negative 3 stand for B, and negative 4 stand for C. So, negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12, which is true by the definition. Then, letter B, negative 15 divided by negative 5 is equal to positive 3. And letter C, negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. And for letter D, 7 divided by negative 2, 7 stand for A, while negative 2 for letter B, and we are looking for letter C, which is not possible in this case if we are looking for letter C as an element of integers, because we have no integers where impact the result of product of negative 2 times C, where the result is unique 7. Kumbaga, wala tayong makukuhang product na kapag ang any value ng C, times mo sa negative 2, ang magiging result ay 7 for any integers. So therefore, letter D is not possible in the set of integers. Okay? Division of integers. Assume that b divides a, that is, that b is a factor of a. So for number 1, dividing by 1, a divided by 1 is equals to a. So any number, any integers a divided by 1 is also itself. Dividing two possible or dividing two positives is positive, and dividing two negatives is also positive. If A and B are both positive or both negative, then the quotient of the two is always positive. Number 3, dividing a positive and a negative. If one of A or B is positive and the other is negative, then the quotient of A divided by B is a negative. Letter C or number 4, dividing 0 by a non-zero integers, or 0 divided by B is 0, where B is not 0 since 0 is the result of product rule, or for 0, where in fact it will become B times 0 is still 0. As with whole numbers. So division by 0 is undefined for integers. So ibig sabihin lang nun, pwedeng ang maging 0 ay ang dividend. So pwede yun. 0 divide B is still 0. Pero hindi siya pwedeng maging divisor. So B divided by 0 is undefined for integers. Okay, let's calculate the following. So letter A, 0 divided by 5 is possible. So the result is 0. And for letter B, 4 divided by 40 divided by 5 is possible. So it will become 8. And letter C, 40 divided by negative 5 is also possible for integers. And it will become negative 8. And letter D, negative 40 divided by negative 5 is also possible. Where in fact the result is positive 8. So yung letter A, yon ay rule number 4 base dito sa definition. And then letter B, rule number 2. Letter C, rule number 3. And letter D, rule number 2. Okay. Negative exponents and scientific notation. When studying whole numbers, exponents were introduced as a shortcut for multiplication. As the following pattern suggests, there is a way to extend our current definition of exponents to include integers exponents. For example, a raised to 3 power, or a cube, it will extend with the product of a by itself 3 times. Then, if we're going to divide a cube by letter A, it will become a squared. So, yung isang a doon sa a cube ay may eliminate, kaya magiging a times a na lang. Then, pag dinivide pa natin yung a squared by another a, maka-cancel yung isang a. Therefore, ang magiging result ay a to the 1, or a is also equal to a. Then, pag dinivide pa natin yung by a, ang mangyayari ngayon ay a to the 0, where it is equivalent to 1. And extend natin yung a to the 0, pag na result ay 1, dinivide pa natin sa a. So, ang mangyayari ngayon ay a to the negative 1, where it is also the same as 1 over a. Then, yung 1 over a, pag dinivide pa natin with a, ang magiging result ay a raised to negative 2 is also the same as 1 over a squared. At pag dinivide natin pa yung 1 over a squared by a, ang magiging result ay a to raise to the negative 3, or it is the same with 1 over a cube, and so on. So negative integers exponent, by definition, let letter A be any non-zero number and N be a positive integers. Then, for A raised to negative N is equals to 1 over A to the N. Lalagyan natin ito ng particular value. So, let's say meron tayong A raised to negative 4. So, ibig sabihin nito, pwede siyang mag-result ng 1 over A to the positive 4. Yan, base doon sa ating definition. The last sentence indicates how the definition leads to the statement that A raised to negative N is equals to 1 over A to the N for all integers N. It can be shown that the theorems on whole number exponents given in a section 3.3 can be extended to integers exponents. That is for any non-zero numbers A and B and integers M and N. We have, so by product rule, A raised to M times A raised to N is equals to A raised to the M plus N. Okay, so lagyan natin siya ng number. For example, 3 square times 3 to the 5. Kaya ang magiging result niya, 3 raised to 2 plus 5 or 3 raised to 7. The next rule, A raised to M times B raised to M is also the same as A times B raised to M. Palagyan natin ang number. So let's say 2 raised to 3 times 3 raised to 3. So pwede siyang maging 2 times 3 raised to 3. And then for law number 3, A to the M raised to N is also the same as A raised to the product of M and N. Lagyan natin siya ng number. Let's say I 5 squared raised to 3. So pwede siya maging 5 raised to 2 times 3 or 5 raised to 6. Then last, A raised to M over A raised to N also equal to A raised to M minus N, where M is probably greater than N. Okay, for example, 3 raised to 4 over 3 raised to 2. So it will become 3 raised to 4 minus 2 or 3 raised to 2. Okay? In section 7.2, scientific notation was introduced in terms of very large numbers and positive exponents. With the introduction of negative exponents, we can now use scientific notation to represent very small numbers. The following table provides some examples of small numbers written in scientific notation. For example, the mass of a human egg. The scientific notation is 1.5 times 10 raised to negative 9 kilograms. Or in standard notation, it will be 0.00000000015 kilograms. Then diameter of a proton is 1 times 10 raised to negative 11 meters. For standard notation, it is 0.00000000001 meters. And for the diameter of human hair, it will be 7.9 times 10 to the negative 4 centimeters. Or it will be a 79 hundredths thousands centimeters. Okay, let us convert the following example according to what they say. For example, sa letter A, ang naka-indicate dito ay 7.2 times 10 raised to negative 14. So, ibig sabihin, ang ating decimal point ay mula dito sa 7.2, mag-move siya to the left 14 times. So, pwede tayong magbilang. So, lagyan lang natin siya ng 0 point. Tapos, bilang tayo ng 13 times na 0. Mag-add tayo ng 13 times 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then ilalagay na natin yung 7 kasi pang 40 na yan. 72. Yan. Okay? Kasi yung negative 14, ibig sabihin nun, ang iyong zeros ay to the left. Okay? So, check natin So, mula sa 7.2 sa ating scientific notation, so mag-move siya ng 14 times to the left. So, kung mag-move siya, yung 7, 1 move na yun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So, doon ang kanyang location. Okay? Then, for letter B, ang given dito ay 0.0000961. Ang gagawin natin dito ay convert to scientific notation. So, mag-move tayo mula dito to the right hanggang marating natin yung 9. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, meron kang 9.61. Pero mula doon sa standard notation, nag-move yung ating decimal point ng 5 times. Kaya magiging 9.61 times 10, 5 times negative 5. Okay? Yan. So, yan ngayon yung ating magiging conversion. Okay, so let's cite an example for the operation using scientific notation. The diameter of Jupiter is about 1.438 times 10 raised to 8 meters, and the diameter of Earth is about 1.27 times 10 to the 7 meters. What is the ratio of diameter of Jupiter to the diameter of Earth? So, ito ngayon ang ating part of the solution. So, we're going to find the ratio of diameter of Jupiter and diameter of Earth, where in fact it will be same as 1.438 times 10 to the 8 divided by 1.27 times 10 to the 7 in a scientific form. So, it will be, pwede mo siyang divide by part. Yung 1.48 divided by 1.27, meron kang 1.132. At yung part naman ng 10 to the 8 divided by 10 to the 7 is 10 to the 1 or 10. Then yung kanyang symbol for scientific notation, which is times. Therefore, the result in scientific form is 1.132 times 10. Then, pag ginawa naman natin, double check natin by standard notation, yung 1.38 times 10 to the 8 is the same as 143,800,000. At yung 1.27 times 10 to the 7 is 12,700,000. Then, pag kinuha natin yung ratio, 143,800,000 divided by 12,700,000 is 11.32. And it is also true.